Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you're new here. Today we're doing a tip video. On this one we're going to talk about how to calculate the shipping cost for a piece of art. Not just for a piece of art, but this can work for any product, no matter what you're selling. Maybe you're selling other handmade goods or other things, but this will teach you how to calculate the shipping cost for any of those. This is important because sometimes shipping can cost a lot and you want that to be covered either by your customer or by somebody else, so that you don't have to cover that cost and it will cut into your profits. So I'm going to go through the 5 different things that you need to know, talk about them briefly, and we'll get into it here. If you want to read this article instead of watching it, I will post the link below to my website where you can find that as well. So the first thing that you need to know is which courier you're going to use. So depending on where you live, there's going to be different couriers that offer shipping services. I'm in Canada, so we've got things like Perlator, FedEx, DHL, Canada Post, things like that. I use Canada Post personally. And the reason that you need to choose one is because you can use their calculator on their website to help you calculate the shipping cost that your product is going to be. You can use a bunch of theirs at the same time to kind of figure out which one might be the cheapest. And in order to do that, you're going to have a few other things as well. So second, you need to know what is the size of the packaged item. And make sure that this is the packaged item, not just the item itself. Whether you're putting it into a box, a crate, an envelope, a bubble mailer, anything like that, you need to have that final size and dimensions to use these calculators on their websites. You also need to know what the weight of the package is, and again, that is fully packaged. Packaging materials usually doesn't add a whole lot to it, but it will add a little bit, so make sure that you're weighing it afterwards. For a lot of the small scale things that I ship, like my paint by number kits, prints, or smaller paintings, anything basically up to 5 kilograms, I've just got a food scale that I use. It gives me great measurements and I'm able to use that to calculate the weight. Anything bigger than that, I usually just take it right into the post office and they can help me with weighing it from there. But you can purchase bigger scales that will help you measure things that are a little bit bigger as well. Once you have the size and the weight, then you need to know where the package is going to. So sometimes this is hard because you might be wanting to estimate shipping costs before you actually sell something. So for me, I'm in Alberta, Canada, Western Canada, and so I usually just pick a place across Canada, and that will help me estimate my shipping within Canada. Pick a place in the United States, usually eastern, southern United States. That gives me my shipping cost for United States. Then I pick a country in Europe, and then that'll give me my shipping cost for Europe, and then I do Asia and Africa as well. And so knowing your destination will help you estimate those costs because they're going to vary greatly. For me, shipping in Canada and the US anywhere isn't too different. It's pretty much the same, but once I start shipping overseas, and I've shipped some things to Europe before, things get pretty expensive. So you need to have that calculated before, otherwise you might lose quite a bit of your profit in that shipping cost. Any extras that need to be considered? You need to consider how much the materials are for packaging your products. So for me, for my paint by number kits, I've purchased little boxes that fit them perfectly. Each of those boxes cost about $1. If you're buying bubble wrap, maybe packaging paper, a lot of my original paintings, I'll roll and put them in mailing tubes, and those mailing tubes, if they're smaller, they can be $3. If they're quite a bit bigger, some of the bigger ones that I've bought have been almost $20. So make sure you're including that in your shipping costs as well. And then you need to consider also insurance and coverage for your product that you're shipping, whether that be a painting or whether it be a handmade product that you're shipping. Insurance depends on the company. It depends exactly what's covered, depends on the company. So make sure you read into the courier's details, whichever one that you choose, and then you can go through, at least on Canada Post, you can go through and add extra insurance, and it'll tell you how much that costs, and then that will help you also estimate your shipping costs in total. So that's it in a nutshell. You need to know your courier, the size of the dimensions of the packaged product or artwork, the weight, and then you need to know where it's going so you can estimate from your origin, from your residence or shop or whatever, to the place that it's going to. You can plug all those things into their calculators, and then you will be able to calculate your shipping costs. I'll post below in the links a few links to some of these courier calculators so you can find them a little bit faster and then you can go from there. If you have any questions, please let me know. I hope this helped you out. Give this video a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one, and I'll see you next time on Brian Sloan Artist.